Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. Guys, I hope you're excited for this stream. I sure am. This is going to be a dandy. What's going on, guys? We're in the Toliss A321 with the Neo mod. We're going to be taking off from London Heathrow, head over to Dusseldorf. What's going on now? Dimitri in the house. How's it going, my friend? Funyun, Carta, Joel. What's going on, dude? Thanks for your help earlier. X-Plane 1972 in the house. What's going on, dude? Good to see you here as well. Loved your Neo stream the other night. That was fantastic, man. Geo, what's going on, man? Carta. What's up? What's up, man? Aleem, how's it going, man? Good to see you there. All right, guys. Ryan Beaker, Baldwin, Gerald McGinley. What's going on, man? I can't possibly go through all of you guys now anymore. There's so many of you here. We're building such a good little community. But thank you all for joining. Welcome to the stream. As you can see here in front of me now, we're in the Toliss A321. Look at those Neo engines. They look fantastic. We're going to be testing out the FMOD sound pack as well. And we're also going to be doing this flight on VATSIM. So it'll be interesting, as always, but at least I'm in an Airbus now, so I kind of I feel a little bit more at home being in an Airbus on an ATC network than I do, say, the Zibo 737. So let's go ahead and hop in this flight deck and get this thing fired up and ready to go. Have the aircraft sitting on ground power. We have the ADIRs already in a line mode. I guess I'll go ahead and get the nav light on here. We'll leave our fuel off for now. Ground control push button is on. Already did our fire test. The first officer already did those. We can leave our seatbelts off for now until we come down here and check out some of our loadouts. Let's see what we got here for fuel. 8.0 on the fuel. That looks good. We're sitting at Pier 5 on Terminal 3. Now, from what I understand, I guess I missed the boat there. I think British Airways is supposed to be over here on Terminal 5, but hopefully that won't cause too much of an issue. We're on Terminal 3, Pier number 5. So let's go ahead and get the route in the box here. The route is kind of weird. It takes us up over. I don't know if we're going to hit all of my ortho tiles there going into Dusseldorf, but we'll see. I'll show you the routes in chat here as soon as Nightbot decides to join the channel. If Nightbot, let's see. Hold on. Let's see. Part channel. No, he should be on the channel here, so we should see here hopefully. All right, we are operating this flight from EGLL to EDDL. Flight number is going to be British Airways. Oh man, what did I file this at? I forget now. Let's take a look here. I don't remember what my call sign was. I think we were 414. I think we were 423. I think we're British Airways 423. Cost index of 55. Cruise altitude is 310. We can confirm the alignment there on that. Earls, where am I going? I'm leaving London Heathrow, and we're headed over to Dusseldorf, over to Germany. So let's see here. 2807 for the ADIS. Let's see if this works. I should be already connected.
And report aircraft type and current QNH on first contact with Heathrow. Heathrow information.
Let's see what runways they're departing here first before we get going.
1720, automatic. Arrival runway 09 left. Departure runway 09 right. Transition level flight level 70. Surface wind 140. 9 knots varying between 100 and 160 degrees. Visibility 10.
Expect 9 right then.
Kilometers or more, no cloud detected. Temperature +11. Viewpoint 4. QNH 1025. Acknowledge a receipt of information echo.
Information echo.
Aircraft type and current QNH on first contact with Heathrow.
Alright, aircraft type. We can do that.
Information echo.
We'll go ahead and set 18.5 in here. We'll listen to the tower comms while we get this thing loaded up here. Brian Harris, what's going on? Simone Tumba, welcome, man. Welcome to the stream, man. Welcome aboard, dude. Just getting ready. We're in the pre-flight phase here. We're loading up our flight plan over to Germany. So we're going all the way out to BPK. Put that back in plan mode. Let's see there. After BPK, it looks like we're going to pick up an airway of Quebec 295 all the way to Brain intersection, BRAIN. Insert that. That looks good. After Brain, we're going to pick up another airway, Mike 197. Oops, missed the 9 there. 197. So, if the tower controller is up for the airport, this is a VATSIM question for you guys. If the tower controller is up, are we going to get clearance with tower, or do we still call the center for that? Guys, let me know, and we'll be on our way here. Ratlo Redfa, and then after Redfa, Lima 260. Lima 260. Oops. Uh-oh, what'd I mess up? Oh, Lima 620. Lima 620. Gosh, I'm just going to type this because that's a little too hard to... Really? Lima 260? 620. Lima 620 to Pam intersection. My goodness, this is a long one. Then Papa 62. I don't know why they got to send us way up north. To Tebro. Tebro. Insert that. Actually, no, we'll go ahead and kill that. We don't need to listen to that right now. Arrival. We'll expect 5 right for now. I'm going to throw in 5 right on the Tebra 1 X-ray. Call tower. Excellent, man. Perfect. Thank you, guys. Tebra 1 X-ray off of the Teb 05. We could insert that. I think then that'll be it, guys. Let's take a look at this flight plan here. We'll get things moving here. Probably should have called before, but let's see. There's our route. Kind of goes up north and then back down. Maybe we can get some directs or something in there. We'll see. It is busy over there. I think this livery is genius with the painted emergency exit. Austrian, yes, we're going to take a good close look at this livery once we get airborne up in cruise as well. But just look at this beautiful bird right here. Look at this beautiful bird, man, from the exterior. Love those Neo engines as well. Look at those things right there. Oh, just waiting for full Toga power to take us up out of here. All right. Let's see here. We've already got our flight plan in the box. We'll give Tower a quick call then before we continue in case they want to give us something different. So let me grab a quick pen. Wife keeps stealing my pens over here, so I think we are ready to go now. We'll give Tower a call. We're on 18.5 Tower, and we are Speedbird 423. I think we were 423. Let's see. Let's make sure I am transmitting here. Where is this? Perfect. Heathrow Tower, good afternoon. Speedboard 423, IFR clearance to Dusseldorf.
Speedboard 423, Heathrow, good evening. You're cleared to Dusseldorf on the Brookmans Park 6 Juliet departure, 09 right, squawk 3430.
Cleared to Dusseldorf via the Giga 423 departure. Squawking 3430 and expecting 9 right for Speedbird 423. I think it was the BPEC.
Just confirm it's the Brookmans Park 6 Juliet departure.
What was it? It was the Roger, the Bravo Papa Kilo 6 Juliet departure for Speedbird 423.
Speedbird 423, thank you. That is correct.
Man, these accents, man. I'm getting used to it. BPK, oh, Brookmans Park. Brookmans Park. That's what I thought he was saying something. All right, so we're as filed. Brookmans Park 6 Juliet.
Right Alpha, stand 515, Speedbird 232 at Alpha. Speedbird 7902, contact London 127.1, bye-bye. 127.1, have a good one.
Alright, I had to take care of my dogs there as well.
6209 left. Clear to
Let's
land,
make
wind
sure our
123,
flight plan matches that. So we're going to go flight plan, departure, BPK6 Juliet. That looks good.
Silver arrows, 09 right to clip, take off winds 140 degrees, 9 knots.
Alright, there it is. DO71 Juliet. That looks good. 4196 at above 4, all the way out to BPAG. Or BAPAG? There it is. Alright, so that's in the box. That looks good. We'll go ahead and turn that off. Put that back in ARC mode. Let's get the APU fired up and start listening to some of these sounds here. We've got our fuel on board. We'll get the seatbelts on, arm those, on and auto. Wait for the flap open message. Michael, what's going on, man? Just picked up the 321 last night. Loving it so far. Officially got the uninstall and picked up X-Plane. Officially got the uninstall and picked up X-Plane last week. Nice, man. Welcome to the club. Welcome. Let's listen to these engine sounds here.
Heathrow target afternoon, speedbird 895, fully established RS 99.
2895, Heathrow, hello, continue approach.
Alright, alright. These are new FMOD sounds from FTsim as well.
Continuing speedbird 895.
I like them. I like them so far. They may not be the best, but the safety dog in the background. Yeah, Austrian 279. You're not lying, man. My dog is just going nuts lately. There's too much action. Too many people home. Too many people walking around outside. All right. I like those APU sounds. Let's go ahead and go APU bleed on. Disconnect the external power. Whoa. That was a bad power transfer. I think everything is still okay. That just looked like a bad power transfer there.
9462, vacant right then left.
We have 8,000 for fuel. Let's go ahead and close some of these cargo doors here. We'll go ground services. We'll start closing up the cargo bins. Then we'll do the rest of our pre-flight. It sounded like the Beagle version of the PTU, Romulus. I hear you, man.
Tango 9 left, clear to land, wind.
Also set 6,000 feet here. Alright, let's continue with the rest of our box. So our flight plan's in there. RadNav page, nothing to hard tune. Init B, this is what we got to take a look at here for our loadout. I already got it set up according to SimBrief. We need to have 8,000 kilos, so we've got 26.5 / 69.7. Block fuel 8.0. I'm not going to do a secondary just because it's like we're not going to return back. I'm not going to do the secondary flight plan on this flight. The one thing that bothers me is I feel like I really have to find the click spot in this McDo. I can't really. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Sometimes it doesn't pick up the whole area. But there we go. Hour and 14 minutes extra gas. That looks good. We have no alternates, no extra reserve fuel. So that looks good. I'm going to give us some real aircraft speeds. We're going to do a 150, 155, 159, flaps 1 Toga. It is transition altitude of 7,000 today. That is set. Engine out heading at 210. We'll just get radar vectors, come right back around. The bad power transfer is part of the FTsim sound pack. Oh, that's good, man. That is good. Alright, that's set. Our speeds are set. What was the meter on the ground here? I forget what it was. I forget what they were reporting.
895, 09 left, clear to land, winds 122 degrees, 10 knots. Clear to land, 09 left,
2024.
You wings 1 Alpha Tango, left on Alpha, follow the company A319, stand 242.
Pre-plan a pushback. We're going to turn it around right there.
Ground to cockpit. Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you're ready.
34 from November Bravo 11209.
Alright, let's close up the rest of our doors. Close. Close it up. We can get the beacon light on. We're going to call ground for pushback here off of, let's see. We're on gate 320. Let's see if we can pull up the actual gates here. Parking stands, 10-9 Charlie. Yeah, we're on 3. Oh, you know, I think we're actually on 330. So we're hotel. We can expect probably Hotel Bravo Golf Alpha to 9 right. That would be my assumption. Something like that to cross us over, unless they give us 9 left for departure, but we'll see. Top altitude to 6,000. That's set in the box. I think we're ready to go, guys. We'll call for pushback and start up here with Heathrow Tower, and then I can get back to hanging out with you guys a little bit better now in the chat. Let's go ahead and get the
Heathrow Tower, speed about 895, vacated 09 left on Alpha.
ground handling to drive away.
895, thank you. First right Alpha, hold short, okay.
Oh, you know what? I think this one has
First right
got
Alpha, hold short,
weird
okay.
animation.
Speed about 895.
We'll just hide them.
C9 left, clear to land.
All right, windows, doors, and slides there, closing arm, beacon on, thrust service idle, parking brake is set for now. Transponder is, we do have to set the transponder. We don't want to forget to set the transponder. And we still got to disconnect ground power as well, since that's up there. Transponder for us was 3430, almost forgot. 3430 above mode. We'll turn that on. And, okay, all right. Beautiful.
Speed 895, Heathrow.
Yeah, go ahead. Speed
Mickey
about
Mighty,
895.
what's going on, man? From the UK, hope you're keeping well. Yes, man, I'm doing just fine right now. Hope you're doing all right, guys.
I'll take Heathrow,
Crazy
speed about
coronavirus going
895.
around. Get to escape a little bit here with our X-plane.
517.
Continue on Alpha and stand 517 for speed about 895.
Speed 834, contact London.
Man, they
now,
are
correction.
busy.
One-
Just waiting for a break in the radios here. Let me make sure there's no other ground controller on.
Bye-bye. London 129.425.
Nope, nobody on for ground control. Heathrow Tower, Speedbird 423, ready for push and start off of stand 330. That was our stand, right? 330?
Speedbird 423. Push and start approved. QNH 1026.
1026, push and start approved, Speedbird 423. Alright, we're ready to get out of here. Start the pushback.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
We'll switch this over to QNH 1026. We'll sit 1026, 1026. Excellent, excellent. Dimitri, I couldn't agree more, man. FTsim, he's got some good stuff, but it does seem to be very, very scattered.
Thank you. Right Alpha.
I think if he can just take it easy,
57,
slow it down a little bit,
502.
and get some quality releases instead of just trying to push stuff out in a hurry. Now, I will say, I just installed this 321 sound pack this morning, and it comes with an installer, which made it a heck of a lot easier to get it installed. So now that he's got the installer, I think it'll be much better for his customers going in there to get products.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Been watching your videos, back enjoying them. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Mickey Mighty, man. Appreciate it. Nick says, I've seen you never set pitch trim performances make any huge difference. It doesn't make any difference in the THS right here, but you have to set it after engine start, which, what is our, speaking of, let's take a look at it. Is it, up 0.2. So we'll set it up, we'll set it after engine start. I wonder if you can set it. Yeah, so you can't move the wheel. That's true to real life. You can't move the trim wheel without the engine started, but we'll set 0.2 up once we get going. Pretty much, if you're in that 26 to 30 zone, you're going to be fine.
Pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Brakes release, you're clear to push.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Let's take a look at this Cub view. Look at those big Neo engines ready to go. Aleem says you should definitely get a piston GA for the Euro Tour. Maybe the for Italy, Belgium, and maybe the Yak 52. We'll see, man. We'll see. I've done a couple pistons here recently. We're gonna stay back in the airbuses for a moment. Especially the 321 Neo mod, man. This is nice. Look at those engines. I love these engines on there. We'll go ahead and start up engine number 1 during pushback here, so we're not blocking the alley. Go ahead and crank 1. Let's take a listen. Oh, yeah. I mean, quiet on startup, but hey, that's how they sound in real life. We'll take a listen here once we get going for sure. I would imagine the 321 Neo should be very similar. We got the same engine sound pack as the 320, but it will probably be muffled a little bit and a little less extreme, especially in the cockpit because you're sitting so far ahead of the engines. Dimitri, yeah, there seems to be confusion on the ISCS and the liveries. Yeah, it is confusing, man. I had that issue with this morning when I was installing them. I might make a little video on it, how to clear it up, because it can be confusing with the engine thing. I hate, the one thing that I really dislike is the whole sound component with the Toliss. I feel like every time I fly the Toliss, all my sound settings get messed up, and then you can't change your sound settings in here. Let's see. I want to turn the user interface up a tad, and then it yells at you. I just wish there was a little bit better interfacing with the sounds in the ISCS and then X-Plane itself. All right, we got a good start on 1. We don't know how far we're going to be taxiing or how long, so let's go ahead and fire up engine number 2 as well. Oh, listen to that APU. Disconnecting hand signals, yes sir.
Cell is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Alright, thanks for the smooth push, man. We'll see you next time. Speed brakes out, that comes back. Flaps 1, APU bleed off. I want to be completely heads up during the entire taxi out, so we're going to do our flight control checks and we're going to do everything here before we get rolling. We're going to set our pitch trim to 0.2 up, which is right there. That looks good. Also, EGLL departure frequency is probably going to be 18. Is it 1882? Let's see here. Maybe not. We'll see. Well, he'll give us a departure frequency, I bet. So let's do our flight control check. Full up, full down, neutral, full left, full right, neutral, rudders, full left, full right, neutral, auto brakes max, takeoff config check. We'll leave that off because we're going to taxi all the way out before we do that. And cabin signs are ready, forward call. Woo. Looking good, looking good. What happened to the poor spinner? I know, the one on the left is working all right. Maybe I made a mistake here on the on engine 2. But the left one, I think I just made a mistake on the speed of which they rotate at idle thrust. All right, we're waiting for. There we go.
Shuttle 2 Kilo, Heathrow, hello, you're clear to Manchester on the Baltic 1 Juliet departure, 09 right, squawk 5405.
Justify the Baltic 1 Juliet departure, 09 and squawk 5405 Shuttle 2 Kilo.
Shuttle 2 Kilo, read back correct.
And Heathrow Tower, Speedbird 423, ready taxi.
Speedbird 423, exit the cul-de-sac, left on to Bravo, left Foxtrot, right Alpha, hold Hawker.
Alright, left Bravo, right Foxtrot, Alpha, Speedbird 423.
Speedbird 423, it's left onto Bravo, left onto Foxtrot, right onto Alpha, hold Hawker.
Alright, left on the Bravo, left on the Foxtrot, right onto Alpha, and then hold for Speedbird 423. What is he saying? Hold Hawker?
It's the holding point Hawker.
Holding point Hawker for Speedbird 423, thanks. What the heck is holding point Hawker? That's
773, hello, just straight ahead, stand 301.
one thing we need to figure out. So we're going over here. We know we're going Foxtrot Alpha. Is there... These are all parking stands.
062,
Taxi.
9 left, clear to land, winds 120 degrees, 10 knots.
Oh, Horka. Okay, we can do that. Oh my goodness. Let's spool them up. Let's see what we got. Oh. Okay, I'm liking those. I'm liking those. Carter says you probably missed the animation hide for that engine. Yeah, I probably did, Carter. I'll have to take a look at that one. I didn't even realize it until you guys said something right now. That's right, but we can look off the other engine there. Well, we'll hide that one. I could change the view. Those sounds, though. Whew. Alright, we're going to go left, left. I don't like how they say left and left. Just say Bravo Fox Alpha, but that's just something that I'm not familiar with. I get caught up in trying to say, okay, he wants me to go left or right or left. Ooh, those engines.
We have information Foxtrot because I clearance to Seoul International
What we'll do now is we'll move this camera back a little bit.
6 Juliet departure, 09 right, squawk 0503.
Was clear to Seoul International 7 Foxtrot departure inspired.
There we go. Oops, stay on the center line there.
Korea 908 is the Brooklands Park 6 Juliet departure for 09 right.
Alright, Bravo Foxtrot. So that's this first left here, and then Alpha. Dimitri. I agree, man. Probably the same type of people that hoard toilet paper. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to pay no attention to these vehicles here that I'm probably going to hit. I miss the old Airbus. Oof. Make sure I didn't miss our taxiway. Yep. That's a cool shot with that Canada tail right there. Delta 777 in the background. So he wants us Bravo Fox Alpha, so we're going to make the left here.
I'm sorry, was it Speedbird 720 calling? Roger. Speedbird 720.
Man, just listening to those engines spool up. They sound good. They're very similar to the 320 Neo, but I think they're just a little bit deeper. A little bit deeper, a little bit more thrust on the 321 as well. They sound good though. Alright, here's
270,
Foxtrot.
you're cleared to
We're making a
071
right
Juliet
Bravo.
departure, 09 right squawk 1167.
Oh no, we're on Bravo. No, not yet. Fox, right Bravo. Wait, no, what? Bravo? Foxtrot. Alpha. Okay. Now I got it. I got it.
Speedbird 6 to continue on Alpha, left Charlie, stand 546.
We need to be on Alpha for the Hawker. Is that Hawka? Horka. Horka is on the Alpha, so there's Alpha in front of us here. We'll make the right turn onto Alpha. In real life, even would you call Tower and said, hey, one of y'all ground guys cut me off? Oh yeah, man, that would be a report. I'd be like, hey, we got a report here, a vehicle, and just cut us off. And I've actually done that before in Chicago. I had a tug pull out in front of us. We actually had to lock up the brakes. And I'm like, hey man, we just locked up the brakes here on, I don't remember what taxiway we were on, but it was pretty nasty. Almost hit a, I think it was a catering truck if I don't recall, if I recall correctly.
670 Heathrow.
Alright, so holding point Horka is going to be just past Charlie. So we're going to hit Delta and then Charlie, and we're going to hold short. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Would you stream a 380 if there's a decent model? Yeah, probably. I just don't know of any decent 380s out there right now.
Heathrow, good day, 09 left, speed 670.
670 Heathrow, hello, 9 left, clear to land, wind 120 degrees, 10 knots.
Clear land, 9 left, 670.
I really am looking forward to that A300 though. That's going to be coming out. I think that one's going to be. I think that might be. I don't know. I'm not going to get too hyped, but I would be very excited for that to be released. All right, here comes Delta. Then we'll hold short just past Charlie. Cabin sounds aren't that bad. I mean, I like the cabin sounds. This is where I should have parked. I was definitely on the wrong stand over there, but hey, that's what happens when you get an American visiting Heathrow. This is definitely where I should have been. Look at all those Speedbird tails. I love it. Dimitri says, sometimes the pessimist in me wonders what the point of having Neos if that doesn't translate in Neo fuel burns and dynamics. Dimitri, you bring up a good point, man, but unfortunately, I mean, by the time we get a Neo, I mean, who knows? There might be another airplane out to be flying anyway. I'm not going to hold my breath. That's one thing I've learned with waiting for airplanes is I'm just going to hold my breath. And in real life, as far as flight dynamics goes, it's going to be very, very similar. So similar, in fact, I doubt that there'd be any... they take the time to model any differences. I mean, there's probably some performance differences in climb, especially low level and high altitude. Conversely, they compared to the CEO. The CEO performs better at higher altitudes. But here's Horka. We'll hold short here. As far as fuel burns go, I can't even get pounds. So who knows, man? Who knows? But it is a valid point, Dimitri, since it is just an aesthetic mod.
Departure, Gask 1 Juliet, runway 09 right.
Alright, so we're holding short of Horka.
14, you're cleared to Tenerife on the Gascue 1 Juliet departure, 09 right, 2245.
Gask 1 Juliet departure, and squad 2245, 414.
414, we're back correct.
Funny says, I used to fuel at my local airport, Milwaukee, and accidentally cut off the Southwest once. He came out of nowhere. Somehow, it happens, Funyun. At least you didn't get hit, man. At least you didn't get hit. It can be dangerous. But that's good that you didn't get hit.
0. You're cleared to Gatwick, Midhurst 3 Juliet departure, 09 right squawk, 5013.
No, I wonder if I gotta call this guy up here. Let's see. I don't remember if I called last time or not.
No, it's 15. 15, can you repeat the...
It's the Midhurst 3 Juliet departure.
Captain Geo says A300 and UPS livery. Owie, yeah, man, definitely. A300 in that livery. I guess I'll call this guy. There's a
United 1550, read back correct.
Heathrow Tower, Speedbird 423, Holden Point, Horka, ready for departure.
Speedbird 423 from November Bravo 8, 09 right, clear for takeoff. Wind 110 degrees, 10 knots.
All right, 9 right at November Bravo 8, clear for takeoff. Speedbird 423. All right, November Bravo 8 is the intersection. Let's light it up.
Left Charlie stand 545. Alpha left Charlie stand 54567. Thanks.
All right, so we no longer need this. We'll get rid of that. We'll get rid of the 10-9 Charlie and the 10-9 Bravo.
414, requesting push mechanic.
Make sure there's no restrictions here. Max 250 below 10 and less authorized, so we can do that.
Speedbird 414, push start approved, face south, QNH 1026.
Face south, QNH 1026, Speedbird 414.
Let's see if we get a good line up here. We'll take it one. It's hard from this perspective.
Heathrow Tower, Korean 9008, 8411, ready for pushback and start up.
Korean 908, push start approved.
Undershot that one a little bit. Yeah, undershot that one pretty good. All right, let's do this. Nose forward on the stick, spool them up 50. Oh. Oh yeah. Mantoga SRS runway, auto thrust is below. 80 knots, thrust set. Neutral by 100. There goes my frames. V1, rotate.
United 1550.
Positive rate, 0.
Approved, QNH 126.
Wow. All right. Disconnected from VATSIM. Well, all right then. That's fine with me. Orbix and Overcast and streaming. This says 20 FPS holding steady though. That's all right. Michael Natoro, private pilot man, welcome to the channel, dude. Glad to have you on board. Exclamation point, welcome. For your new perks from your subscription. Thanks so much, man, for joining the channel. Got the good thrust reduction there. Thrust climb, auto thrust. Lower the nose. What now? FAC failure. Alright, I have control ECAM actions. Auto flight FAC 1 fault. FAC 1 off, then on. FAC 1 off. I'm going to turn the autopilot on. Then off. If unsuccessful, FAC 1 off. Alright, so we've got a FAC 1 failure. FAC 1 is off. Clear status. Clear status. Both PFDs on same FAC, Cat 3 single only. Alright, clear the ECAM. We'll deal with that once we get up and cruise. Here comes our VFE next. Well, that was quick. Flaps 0. That's alright. I mean, we can get rid of VATSIM there. It just, we can go direct anyway instead of flying this long route. Plus, the Toliss, I feel like I should always be... We could turn on some ATC chatter if you want to hear that. Thrust climb nav. We need our anti-ice for sure. What a sequence, man. Rotate Low FPS warning, disconnect from VATSIM and a fact failure. You gotta love it, man. Only on stream will that happen too. Only on stream. I'm gonna have to turn down the internal here a little bit. A little bit loud. A little bit loud. Speed Alt Star. We can't cross a BAPAG until we're above 6. Well, we can't go above 6 until we're reaching a BAPAG. Flyby time. Speed out. I think it's got to be Active Sky that's tanking my frames, man. I don't know what is going on with Active Sky lately. I've got it running right now, and I feel like Active Sky hurts me. We're still holding a pretty solid 20, which is fine. But I know anytime running Orbix and a live stream definitely can cause some issues here. Let's go ahead and continue to fly the SID here, maintain 6. Actually, let's go ahead and climb up away from it. Let's go all the way up to 3-1 now. Press climb, open climb, delete that restriction, spool them up. What's a FAC? A FAC is a flight augmentation computer. A couple of them on the Airbus. We'll go over it. I'll pull out my book here. I'm pretty sure that's just going to be a crew awareness message for us. But handy dandy Toliss. Got to give it to them for their failure simulation. I love it. I think it's pretty much going to tell us the same thing that the ECAM did. Just reset the flight control computer and then... if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Pulling out my iPad here for you guys so you can run the procedure. We'll get that locked up. Let's do a flyby shot. Oh boy. Curtis says, I get bad frames around London from Orbix Aerosoft as well. Yeah, it might just be the London area, dude. It really might be. There is a lot there for that Orbix. I think the Orbix, honest, if I'm being completely honest, as we get ready to make the turn here at BPK, I think the Orbix on Great Britain is not optimized very well. I think it was kind of their first dabble with the X-Plane thing, because that was the first Orbix scenery to be released. I get much better performance in Orbix, you know, Washington or California. I don't have Florida yet. I've been eyeing it, but I think I'm gonna take it easy on the Orbix stuff right now. Man, I do love this Toliss wing texture, though. That reflection from that strobe just looks freaking nice. Straight juice, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, that is loud. Let's go ahead and adjust some audio levels here. Will that turn down the... Nope. User interface is supposed to turn down the inside volume. Radio's is interior engine sound as well. I guess it's not terribly loud, but it's definitely louder than normal. Let's go ahead and set speed 300 so we can climb a little bit faster. We'll set 300 there. There's 10,000 feet. We'll kill our lights. And we no longer need the engine anti-ice either. That's going to be a cool replay shot when the reversers open up. As long as the engines are running good. Alright, let's see here. FAC1 failure. FAC1 on, then off. Observe that their one FAC is now in operation. Okay, we know that Cat 3 dual is in op. So yeah, basically the same information that was told to us from the ECAM. Turn down the environment in Toliss. Oh, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord, that was loud. Now I can turn back up the engines here. Let's go those back up. Internal engines. There we go. Alright. Much, much better. I definitely think, so my consensus so far with these FTsim sounds, I think they're good. However, nothing beats the original BSS sound pack with integrated FTsim FMOD for the Neo. For instance, on the Flight Factor A320, when we have that BSS internal sound, and then you just change the engines out to the Neo engine sounds that he's done, I think that is awesome. But his internals are okay. They need work. They seem a little, I don't know, a little bit dirty to me. A little bit dirty to me. Avio Man coming in with a $5 bomb. What's going on, Avio Man? Good to see you here. Welcome to the stream, dude. Just climbing out of London Heathrow. Thank you for that. Thank you for your support, man. He says, good evening, friends. Good evening to you as well, man. Welcome on board the stream, sir. Captain Tom, what's going on, man? Good to see you here as well. Thanks for shooting me down the other day. If you, those in chat who don't know, Captain Tom decided to join me in a little digital combat simulator sortie, and he ended up shooting me down. So, wasn't very nice of him. It's all in fun, though. But, alright, let's go outside a little bit here. Oh, that looks nice, though. A 321 with Neo engines just looks so good. Yeah, the ambient sounds overpower everything else there, Dimitri. I agree with you. Had it turned out that environmental, but just look at that. I'm sure glad I got all that scenery down there. Hero Tour, man. It should have just been called the Active Sky Cloud Tour. Captain Tom, you can neither confirm nor deny any of those allegations. I've got screenshots to prove it, my friend. Curtis says I did spike. Yeah, I did. I did lock him up, but I just locked him up for fun. I didn't think he would actually retaliate and shoot me. It was a good time.
Subscriber.
Chris, thank you for the subscribe, man. Welcome on board, dude. Should probably take a quick look at the weather over there in Dusseldorf. Make sure we don't need to do any Cat 3, because we are unable with our current FAC. I feel like we keep turning left. Why are we? There we go. We should be turning right here pretty soon, shouldn't we? There we go. Let's pull up the old map. Carter says, welcome to the UK. Yeah, man. Can barely see some of it down there. The sky colors are looking mighty fine, though, if I do say so myself. Kep Tom says, it make you want to hop into the Neo? You gotta do it, man. I still think the 320 Neo is my favorite, if I'm being completely honest, and that's because the sounds, I think, are just perfected on the 320 Neo. Whereas there still needs to be work. Work still needs to be done with the 321. like we might be going into some more clouds. No, we're good there. Wow, look at that shot. That's kind of an interesting cloud formation. Gorgeous, though. Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. There we go. Can finally see some of our ortho down there now. I like this internal volume level. This sounds pretty realistic to me. Nice, moderate, high-pitched tone, mostly muffled. Not bad, though. Not bad. Dougal, you agree? 320neo is top of the heap? Yeah, it's pretty smooth, man. Pretty smooth sailing. 320neo, pretty hard to beat. Alright, let's take a look here at some of our charts as we get ready to transition countries. We no longer need Heathrow. We'll get rid of that. We'll get rid of you. Let's get our information up just so we have it ready. EDDL. There we go. 110 miles. Beautiful. Beautiful day there, actually. We might actually see some scenery, which is good. Dimitri. I knew it, man. As soon as the words left my mouth, I knew Dimitri would be coming in with some active sky issues. He says, you know what I'm thinking about those weird cloud formations. I knew it, man. I knew it. As soon as I said it, I was like, oh boy, I wonder if Dimitri heard that. Yeah, Dimitri, I hear you, man. I'm probably going to have to upgrade my GPU if I'm going to stream with XEnviro, because it's going to be pretty hard on my 1070. Alright, let's take a look here. 10.9 airport information. But, I mean, we're rocking 40 FPS right now, which is pretty good. I'll take that in a stream any day of the week and twice on Sunday. Here we go. Dusseldorf, Germany. Right now I got 5 right in the box, and then what else do we need? We also need the arrival charts, what did I use? That was the Tibra? I don't even remember. Oh, here we go. Tibro. Runway 5 transitions. Looks like they had a little arc out here. Let's look at our flight plan. Let's zoom this out. Let's see if we can shorten this just a tad. Since we got booted off of the VATSIM network, that's all right. Let's take a quick look at our box here, see if we can pick this up. I want to cut the corner. I want to go direct to Tibro now. Let's do that instead of flying away north. Cut the corner, insert. That's a thing of beauty right there. Lining up for an evening arrival into Dusseldorf. Oh. Michael says, just out of curiosity, what is the reason for having AP1 and AP2 on approach? So, the way we fly the Airbus on approach, you always want to have your maximum available automation. So, for instance, even if it's a VFR day, I'm going to press Autopilot 1, Autopilot 2, so I can get Cat 3 dual, so I can get the maximum navigation performance from the aircraft if for some reason I were to need it. Now, that may be an operator thing. They may not require it. I know sometimes if you do a visual approach, we don't, you just have to turn it all off. But what you got to be careful with is when you have failed systems. So we'll have to test it here on our approach. I don't know if we'll get an autopilot dual. Actually, we will get on approach. We're going to get autopilot 1+2 dual, but it's only going to be a Cat 2 if it's modeled correctly, because Cat 3 is in op now because we have failed systems. Now we know when we arm the approach we're Cat 2, and it's just redundancy. So let's say we were going into Germany right now and the weather was 0-0 and we had to do an auto land. If for some reason we totally forgot we had in-op systems and then we go to arm the approach with autopilot 1, autopilot 2, maybe autopilot 2 would kick off depending on what system was failed. Maybe autopilot 2 would engage, and you got to reassess what type of approach you're going to do. So it doesn't really harm anything to do autopilot 1 only for an approach, because it'll still get you down, but you're limiting the aircraft's performance at that point. If it's available, if the aircraft is capable of giving you a Cat 3 dual, might as well arm it up, even if you're not going to use it. So it's more, that may be more of an operator thing as well, but that's just how we're trained to fly it. Carter says I have 4 variants, my Pratt Whitney's, the Leaps, and the Neo only sound pack, the CFM only. Oh man, I know, dude. I've got about 4 different, I think I have 4 different Toliss 321 folders. I think I have 3 different 320 folders. And instead of using copy, my 320 is actually labeled Flight Factor 320 Carta Legend, and that's the Neo mod that got all worked up. So, Avio Man, he says, I went to Atlanta, saw the Delta plane parked on the runway and taxiway. Sad scene, but necessary. Confident on our aviation history, wish everyone in the field well can be safe. Hey man, I appreciate it, Avio Man, for sure, dude. It is a sad sight. I've been getting pictures from guys flying. I haven't flown in a little over a week now in real life, but I've got guys out there flying that send me pictures of, hey man, look at all these planes parking right here and right there, and it is a sad sight, man. I don't know what's going to happen. I think, you know, I'm staying positive. I think when this all passes, it will bounce back. But the hardest part is right now is the unknown. And this whole corona crisis is literally a day-by-day issue. And we're finding out more and more each day as we go along. So it's so hard to see what's going to happen in the future. But, yeah, man. Thanks for that, Avio. Really appreciate it, man. Can I explain Cat 1, Cat 2, Cat 3? So a Cat 3 is going to terminate an auto land, most likely. A Cat 2 is going to have a minimum altitude at which you must see visual references. And Cat 1 is your standard ILS for non-specific, or I should say non-specialized aircrew. Cat 2 and Cat 3 approaches require specialized training. So you're not going to have to do specialized training for a Cat 1. But there's a whole lot more that goes into it. Here in the States, with the FAA, we're actually reclassifying the categories. It's no longer Cat 1, Cat 2, Cat 3. Oh, I'm sorry, it's no longer Cat 3 A, B, C. It's Cat 3 fail operational, Cat 3 fail passive. I don't know if that's the same abroad, but it basically has to do with failed equipment and things like that. Curtis says I should rename it to Carta Blades. Yeah, I might have to do that, Curtis. Why do some airlines switch off their flight directors on a final approach? They must be doing a hand-flown approach. The word, or the technique to properly fly a hand-fly an Airbus is your flight directors need to be on, and you need to be following them, or they both need to be off. If you have one flight director on, you may end up in a situation that is not good. For instance, the auto thrust logic is linked to the flight director command. So if you're in a specific mode and one of the guys has the flight directors on and the auto thrust is armed and active, but the other guy's hand flying, if you pitch down and let's say you're in altitude hold mode, the auto thrust is going to go for the flight director that's still on in altitude hold mode. So it's going to attempt to increase thrust. But the pilot flying is nosing the airplane down. So now you're going to get in a situation where you're nose low with increasing thrust. So it's either both flight directors on and follow them, both flight directors off. Simple as that. Never have one flight director on and one flight director off. Getting dark over here. We might have to back the time up just a wee bit. I didn't want to do a complete night flight. Let's back it up just a tad. I didn't want to do a complete night flight. Let's see, what do we got? We're only 195 miles out anyway, so let's see, 1811Z, perfect. This is the lighting we wanted right here. All right, let's go take a quick look through the cabin here. Let's see what we got. Open our cabin door here. Pretty standard Toliss A321 cabin, as we've seen before. Nice seats, though. Nice little towels over the seats. British Airways logo there. Very good, very good. Much cleaner cabin. Nothing in the back of the seats, huh? It's a cool shot right there. A lot of people on this bird. This looks like it can hold 228, this configuration. We've got to see how many lavatories are in the back here. Good day, friends. Captain K, Patrick, what's going on, man? Good to see you here. Welcome to the stream, bud. Let's go all the way to the back. I like this dark interior. I've only been on British Airways once, and I was a young kid. I wonder if this is their actual seat colors. Is it really dark like that? I like that. It looks clean. Yeah, this can hold 228 packs with the 2 lavatories back here. I forget what they call it, like Space Flex or something. That's a lot of people on here. Or 221 passengers, maybe. I can't even remember. Oh, look at the lighting coming through the windows. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. That is beautiful right there. Mickey Mighty, what's going on, man? Looking to get a new gaming PC in a few months, but all I can find on my budget is an i5 at 3.5 gigahertz with an AMD graphics card. What would you recommend for a mid-budget system for flight sim? So, you're really going to be, you want to make sure you have a good processor. An i5 with 3.5 gigahertz should be pretty decent, man. That's pretty quick. I was running X-Plane on my old processor. I think it was a... I can't remember what the first i7 was. It was a Gen 1 i7. I want to say it was around that 3.4 range, or maybe does that sound right? So that processor will do it. I don't know what type of graphics card you've got. You said just an AMD card. I have not used AMD cards in many years. I've made the switch to NVIDIA a long time ago, and I never go back, specifically because I always used to want to play a certain game a while back, and it would only work with an NVIDIA card. So then when I built the new rig, I said I'm going NVIDIA, and I'm never going back. So I don't really have any information for you on the AMD type card that will work for you. But I mean, I ran X-Plane on a GTX 970 for quite a while, you know. And if you're not streaming or anything like that, you know, a 970 will handle it for sure. But you're going to make sure you have enough space, enough hard drive space. So what I've been hearing from the guys in chat is if you get, you know, some of those faster HDDs, you can put a lot of scenery on them and they still aren't going to affect your performance. But I would definitely recommend putting X-Plane itself on a solid state drive just for loading and things like that. Gaming Ninja says, I'm always surprised at how long the 321 is. Yeah, man. 321 is I think it's right about 5 feet shorter than a 757, tip to tail. Now, the 7.5 is a different beast and with range and with fuel capacity and all that. But as far as length goes, it's a long bird, man. It's a long one. Carter says, BA sitting is mostly black. Comfy as well. Nice. I might have to get on one. I've been talking to my buddies in the War Dog Squadron on DCS, and I've been saying after we did that 7-hour stream into London City, I honestly woke up the next day and felt like, man, I wish I was in Europe right now, or in Great Britain, and just I need to get out. So maybe after this whole coronavirus thing ends, might take some time off with the wife and go do some traveling. But definitely not now. Now is not the time to travel. Look at the wing textures there. Goodness, that is nice. All right, let's pay attention to what we got going on up here. Wojtek, what's on, man? Welcome to the stream, dude. Good to see you here. We're going direct to Tebru. That's at or below 17,000. Enter destination data. We're going to do that right now. Tebru altitude constraint is 17,000. We'll put that in the box right there. Altitude air, that's fine. Tebru's at 17,000. Then we come all the way down. Gapnu is 220 knots. That's in the box. Looks like they basically set you up for an extended... This is just a long traffic pattern here is what this is. We may break it off and just hand fly a visual approach in there. But that looks good to me. all the way down. Nothing to hard tune. Let's put in the EDDL 05 right. Perf data, next phase. We are in cruise, right? Yes. Next phase, descent. Let's back it off just a tad. Let's do 320 at 0.78 Mach. Just a tad. Let's go back. How do I get back to my... There we go. Weather update. Here we go. We got temperature 10. Winds are 130 at 9. Nice little crosswind. Let's see, 130 at 9. So we're looking at... If we land 5, yeah. Yeah, a little bit of a headwind component if we land 5 as opposed to landing the other direction. QNH 1031. What is that? Again? Electric TR2 fault. Alright. I have control ECAM actions. Electric TR2 fault. Autoflight FAC1 fault. What is going on, Toliss? Status. Both PFD on same FAC1. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at our electrical page here. It looks like we're having another one of those failures. TR2 is out. That's a crew awareness. Wow. Really? Okay. Probably going to have to start the APU here pretty soon. We still have our generator running. Everything is still working fine. Let's take a closer look here. Bleeds are working. Everything else is fine. So we're just basically looking at a TR2 fault. AC bus 2 is still being powered by Gen 2. Gen 1 is still working. Everything looks fine there. No load errors. Hydraulics are good. Temperatures are fine. Everything else is fine. Maybe we'll just end there. We'll clear out that scratch pad. Alright. Here comes our top of a descent. We're going to scroll in 17,000. Should have managed to speed there a while ago. We're approaching 5 miles. We'll go ahead and push for descent. I never did get the seatbelt sign off. We'll let them run around here for a minute. Mock descent nav. Let's get our LS push buttons on. We do need to pull out the chart for EDDL. Approach 5 right. Cat 1. Is the Toliss failure system on this aircraft, or is this something else? No, Gaming Ninja, this is the Toliss failure system. I do have my random failures enabled at 100, so I've got a TRU2 fault and a FAC1 fault. Luckily, nothing serious right now. Let's hope that stays the same. Let's go ahead and get a quick setup here for our MDA coming in here at Cat 1. It's going to be visual, so we'll probably turn it all off. We'll just hand fly. Hey, look at that. The barrows are 321. Put that in the MDA for 5 right. Pretty standard. Looks like we come around off Ronald. Join the final approach fix. No questions there. We're in an A321. We're going to go low brakes, flaps full. Actually, you know what? Manual auto brakes, full reverse. Manual auto brakes, full reverse. That's all I got. Any questions? No questions. That should have been on. Let's see if we got any weather. Now that it's getting dark out there. Let's see if we're painting any weather. Slam Cannon says, how am I liking the FTsim sound so far? Yeah, I agree. It's a good start. Definitely a good start, Slam Cannon. It's nowhere as clean as the 320 Neo when you have the BSS pack in there for the internals. It's a good start. I think it could be cleaned up a lot. I think he needs to work on the overall environmental sound. But as far as the engines go, I really like the engines. Nice little weather reload right there. Down we go. $17 blue. We can actually set the bottom. Let's set. What do we have for the bottom? 3000s at Demiki or Diki or Dimitri. We'll set 3000 for Dimitri there at the bottom. Everything else looks good. Flaps full, manual brakes, full reverse. Beautiful. Some extended night lighting down there, looking juicy as always. Motive Z, what's up, man? Just got the Zibo yesterday. Next is the Flight Factor and Toliss. Excellent, man. That Zibo is a heck of a lot of fun. I had a whole lot of fun flying that into London City on that last stream. That was a blast. Dimitri says, how often are these failure scenarios IRL? Many situations have you had in the last year, for example? Oh, boy. Probably one. And the reason for that, Dimitri, is I have my flight time factor up very high. So I believe a realistic setting would be to drag this all the way to the left and you're 1-to-1. So from how I understand it is if I have this at 100, it basically means one flight is 100 flights. Kind of works like that. So if I do one flight in Toliss, it's 100 different flights. And I have mine higher because I like to see what type of failures are modeled. I like to see what's going on. I have the procedures to run it, to run the ECAM and things like that. So for someone who doesn't have the procedures readily available, you might want to turn these down. And the good thing about the Airbus, though, is even when you have a failure, if you don't have a COM or anything like that, the ECAM is going to tell you what to do, essentially, anyway. So you really don't need to worry about not having a COM. I just like to have it. Sometimes there's extra steps and things like that, but I have mine up pretty high at 100. I think if you were to scale it back, maybe 50, you know, if you want to challenge yourself a little bit more frequently, but then real, 100% real would be probably 1. You know, I've had very, very few and far. I can't even remember the last time if I've ever had a TR fault. I do remember having a fact fault once, a very long time ago, many years ago. But that was it. Now, I've had other failures in between then, but I think Toliss maybe has a select handful of things that they can fail, and then they, you know, you see them recurring. Yep, Slam Can, I agree. It's got that nice low hum, not too loud, not too quiet. Totally agree. Russell, what's up, man? He said, missed the start due to fire service duties. We'll watch it back. Thanks for the stream. Give us something to look forward to. Thank you, Russell. Welcome aboard, man. Can we get a Louie at some point? Oh, Roger Moore. Absolutely, man. It is coming. I've never successfully found the airport looking for some tips. Oh, yeah, we're going to definitely do some Louie flying. Kind of making the jump now as we've gone down south out of Great Britain. Now we'll be in Germany. We'll probably go a little bit further south into Prague. Maybe we'll swing over, do some stuff in the Alps. Maybe swing back around to Greece. We're going to hit up Greece. I've had some requests for Greece. We will go into Greece. Captain Tom said you had yours set to 100 the other night. 1,000. Lots of things broke. Oh boy. Yeah, that'll do it, man. Oh yeah, here's that turn at Tebro. That looks nice. Sam Kennedy says I'm working on my DCL skills. Hey, Sam Kennedy, you don't have to worry about it, man. As long as you don't shoot me down, you're already ahead of Captain Tom, so no worries there, dude. Firefighter says I went to sleep, didn't see this. No worries, man. Kind of an impromptu stream there as well. I normally like to put them out maybe at night before I stream, but it's harder and harder as, you know, with the young kid scheduling. But now that everybody's staying at home, I can stream a little bit more for you guys. All right, how are we looking? We're below 17,000 for Tebro. Looks like we're still in descent. I don't know why we're doing 100 feet per minute climb here. We should still be descending. Interesting. I guess it's decided that it wants to stay here for now. Well, in that case, let's do this. We're going to set 10,000, open descent. Down we go. Dougal says, don't forget we got a group flight coming in the Alps. Absolutely, man. The SimWings group flight in the Alps. I will definitely want to be checking that out when I get my schedule. I'll see if I'm off for that day. But I think that'd be a lot of fun. The SimWings support, if you haven't already, guys, check it out. ! SimWings. Check out some of the wonderful charity work Dougal is doing for the community. I think it's a great purpose. But yeah, they're going to be doing a group flight in the Alps. I believe it's VFR, all VFR too, right, Dougal? So we're going to be flying maybe like GA aircraft or something. That could be a lot of fun. Captain Tom, no, you'll never be forgiven, my friend. Pero is calling your name too? Oh, yeah. Yeah, we'll be hopping around. Have no fear, guys. I'll probably end up doing a stream or two, you know, back in the States as well, just for some light GA stuff. There's some things I wanted to do over there still that we might have to kind of break from the Euro tour, but I'm trying to stay in Europe now as much as we can. I'll have all my commercial members out there. I'll be having the next vote here pretty soon for our next aircraft for the next stream. So be checking that community tab. I do post out polls and have you guys pick which aircraft you want to see next. I think I'm going to stay with the bus for a little bit. I think we might be back in the 319 after this stream because I've missed that baby bus, man. I've done the 320 Neo, done the 321 Neo. It's almost like the 319 has kind of gotten forgotten a little bit. We might have to pull out the baby bus here for some trips. Dougal says the Round the Alps is Saturday, April 11th, 2020. See you there. Excellent, man. Robin DR401. Oof. That'll be fun. Do I ever get bored in flight, Daniel Smith? Yeah, man, all the time, dude. Especially long flights. Now we got my little night lighting thing gets a little whacked up here. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna do this here. Since we're out of the Orbix area. Oh, we already are on maximum. Never mind. Whoa! Frickin' Toliss, man. Alright, we need to get down quicker though. Let's set 3,000. Dial that speed back 250. We need some speed brakes out to help us here. We'll get those out. Seatbelt sign can come on. Speed brakes. That is some pretty colors right there. Yeah, long flights, I definitely get bored, man. What can you do? A career in aviation can be described as many long hours of boredom speckled with moments of sheer terror. You could probably sum up airline pilot life that way. I wouldn't say all of aviation, because a lot of GA stuff is pretty fun. You don't get, you know, the boredest you're gonna get is when you're doing long haul flights or transcons and nothing's really going on. But that's a good sign, because if you're not bored, that means you're probably freaked out because something's going to haywire and you're trying to figure it out. Captain Tom said, rip ears. Yeah, dude, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. There's our airport down there. I believe it is the... I can't remember which airport I have, which scenery I have, but it's a pretty nice one. I enjoy it quite a bit. Wing up over Germany. Straight juice card. I agree, my friend. I agree. We're still coming down. We need to slow to 220 for our next fix. You know what we might do is we might just shoot a line and break this sucker off. Well, it's already got it planned out. There's no real need to shoot a line. It's already planned out pretty perfectly. What do we have on the meter? It's 1031 is set. Briefing complete. ECAM status checked. Auto brakes are off. Seatbelts are on. Altimeter is 1031 set. Landing check is complete. Flaps 1. Very low flap sounds as well. Those slats out, riding the brakes down. Definitely riding the speed brakes down. 220 knots. 7 descending. 3. We're looking good now. We are looking good. 220 in the turn there, and then we can go back to manage speed. So we'll go ahead and activate and confirm the approach phase. We are ready to go. Flight attendants, give them a little heads up. Give them final. Michael says, gotta get out of here for a little while. Have some stuff I gotta take care of. Enjoy the stream. Keep up awesome work. Michael, thanks, man. Take care, dude. Thanks for stopping by the stream. No vacuum to your ears? Yeah, I've done a flyby. It's kind of vacuumy now because we're at idle thrust. Actually, that's not bad at all. I take that back. That's not vacuumy at all. Yeah, even at idle thrust. That's how an idle thrust should sound like. I like it. Alright, we're 5 descending. We got a glide slope below us. What do we have? IDSE 110.15. That popped up. Auto-tune. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Look at this shot right here, though, guys. Wow. That's a screenshot. With the cockpit lit up like this. Is the dome light on? Dimitri will kill me if I left the dome light on, too. There we go. Oh, that sky color. Straight juice, my friends. Alright, we're leveling 3,000 here. Let's go ahead and bring the brakes in. Lower my chair, get ready for this landing here. Now I buttered the Zibo. It's about time we get a butter in the Airbus. I don't know if I'll be able to do it, but we're going to try hard for it. Oh, I want to be, you know what, I want to be on this wing view here as we make the turn. This is going to look nice. We got to be coming up to that turn pretty soon here. About another 4 miles. Dougal says you got to register on the SimWings site to fly the Robin. So head to the SimWings page, ! SimWings if you don't have it already. And register for the group fight. I'll tell you what, if I am off, if I'm available, I'll be flying it with you guys for sure. I think that'll be a lot of fun. Alright, here comes the turn at 220 knots. I love that view. Wow. A go around? No. Not intentional, Daniel Smith. If we end up going around, it's not for an intentional. Don't flare early. That's right. Roger Moore says, thanks for the stream, V1. Highlight of the day. That's badly needed when you're stuck in the house. Roger Moore, absolutely, man. Glad I can help you guys out. X-Plane is a great relief for just kind of getting away from everything that's going on. Turn the news off. Turn the socials off. Just hop in an Airbus and go for a flight, man. Post your shots up in the screenshot Discord of our channel. Just enjoy it, man. Gotta make the best of it. Philip says, I really gotta buy a mug for all this juice. That's right, Philip. That's right. I think I just got mine the other day. I'm not sure if it... Nope, I'm still checking. It still hasn't been delivered yet. I'm waiting for mine to deliver. How do we know the outside flyby view sounds are accurate? Gaming Ninja, that's a very good question. And to be honest, I don't think any of us will ever know, other than the YouTube video of the Delta CEO, I believe it was a 320, that did a flyby on a weather balloon. It's really cool. Check it out on Google. Just Google A320 or Airbus weather balloon flyby, something like that. It'll pop up. And you'll hear what an Airbus sounds like. I think they were up 30,000 feet or something. They went by a weather balloon. The camera had turned just perfectly. So look at that. Let's see. Approach AP2. There we go. Cat 3 single. Let's check our status. So Cat 3 dual is in op. So that's proper. Cat 3 single, not Cat 3 dual. It is modeled correctly. Runway's in sight. Let's go ahead and reduce speed to 180 knots. Man, they really got you coming in low on this approach. One thing I don't like about the FTsim is the flaps. Here, take a listen to the flap sound. I like the Toliss default flaps better. It sounds like that flap track is broken. Alright, coming up to 180 knots. We're still 3,000 flaps, too. Everything's looking good. Go around altitude for this approach is... This approach climbs straight ahead up to 4,000 feet. So we're waiting for a glide slope star, and then we'll set 4,000, go around altitude. Now we are ready to roll. Brian Cooley says, my mug comes end of the month. Fantastic, man. You guys are going to have to post up those mugs. We're going to have a mug competition and a giveaway for sure. Brian Harris says, be sure to cross-train those mugs on bourbon and coffee. Absolutely, man. Dual type ratings. Coffee and bourbon. Man, I love these interior sounds, though. So right now, FTsim has got it right. The sounds I'm hearing at this level, perfect. Excellent job. All right, there is glide slope star. We'll go ahead and set 4,000 for the missed approach. I feel like hand flying this thing, so I'm gonna just go ahead and manage speed. Autopilot's coming off. And we're just gonna hand fly this. Oh, I should have left the autopilot on while I put the gear down. Oh well. This looks like a shallow. Is this a shallower approach path? 3 degrees now? I guess I'm just used to that London city. All right, here we go. Gear down. I don't have the clunk in the gear either. I feel like my gear's not lowering. There we go, down in 3 green. Flaps full. Arm the speed brakes, forward that. Landing checkers, cabin crew advised, auto thrust. Speed, ECAM memo. We are landing all green, landing checklist complete. Cleared to land, 5 right for Speedbird 423. Oh yeah, those engines spooling up on final. Landing with a bit of a tailwind here. This should not be good. Winds are definitely spun around. 276 at 3. Still within limits. It's so funny after doing all that London City stuff. This feels so shallow compared to that 5.5 degree slope. Cardit says it sounds like a truck starting over and over to me. Yep, I would agree with that. 1,000 stable. Dan Smith, we're not going around, dude. If I can help it, we're not going around unless we bounce this sucker. We do have a nice little tailwind, 3 knots. Watch it shift right over the threshold. Minus 3,200. Oof. Now this tailwind probably will push us down a little bit longer, a little bit further than I want to go. We'll see here. Nice long runway though, nothing to worry about. Long dry runway. 2 whites, 2 reds. Get a little bit low there on the slope. Let's get back on glide slope. .211, we'll take that. A little bit of float for sure. Spoilers. Huh, reverse green. A decellar. .70 knots. Whew, man. I just couldn't find that runway. She did not want to come down. Stow the buckets. I think the gear sounds are way off. I had no... I mean, it sounded like we floated down. We'll go ahead and clear here. Stow the brakes. Flaps are coming up. I want to see these switches a little bit better. We'll go taxi mode. Kill these lights. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dusseldorf. Get the APU fired up. That was almost catastrophic. We almost went into reverse thrust without actually pressing the reverse button. If you guys heard that little spool up there, I guess I didn't press the reverse button hard enough and it didn't check. So that's why I always check reverse green. It was actually in Toga mode. It was getting ready to increase thrust. Taxi light is very, very dim. Has it always been that dim? Make a left and a right-hand turn to the gates. Captain says, nice landing, Pro V1. We'll see, man. We'll see in the replay. I think we floated a little bit, but that tailwind pushed us pretty good. Hey, it's better than a 321. On that very first stream, I think we did a 321 landing. It was actually 321 feet per minute. We'll go one more, actually, over here. We'll take, what's that taxiway there? Mike, something, something. These are all hard stands out here. What's our weight? We are 74.6. Let's go ahead and kill engine number 2. So yellow electric pump is on. Shut down 2. Nice spool down sound there. I like that. Single engine in. Toliss has always been, yeah, the takeoff is a little bit brighter. Alright, here we go. We're going to make the left into the ramp area. We're going to go to those gates right there. Yeah, it's hard to beat that flight factor taxi light when you have the LED version. Very nice. Alright, left turn here. There's a citation at one of the gates that I wanted to go to, so that's interesting. Looks like we're going to have to take it down into the alleyway here. I think there's a gate open over there. If not, we're going to be screwed. A couple heavies parked out here. Do they use green taxi lights for low vis? Yes, so your low vis or your SMIGUS charts, or the surface movement, basically low visibility taxi operations, you will have bidirectional green centerline lights. So if you see green centerline lights, that taxiway is available for low vis taxi operations. Looks like we're going to take Alpha 02 here. We'll swing it around. We'll kill the light now. All right, come on now. Safety zone is clear. We got a 321 on the auto park. Telling me to go right. There we go. Oh, really? Okay. What? Brake set. APU is up. Seatbelt sign off. Engine number 1. Spool it down, baby. There comes the jetway. Looking good, looking good. Let's take a look at that replay for sure. Want to see that landing. Alright, I'm going to disable the real view real quick here. Put you into replay mode. End flight in Sim Toolkit Pro. There we go. Alright, let's back this up. Sounds like they're opening the doors. Why do they use different color lights on taxiways and edges? That way you know where the edge line is. So omnidirectional blue taxiway lights, they're always going to be the edge of a taxi surface. Whether it's a taxiway or the edge of an apron area, you're going to have omnidirectional blue lights. Green will be your centerline lights on a low-vis taxiway. And then obviously white will only be the center line of the runway. Now you can have white edge lights as well. But it's all part of a system that you learn as a pilot going through the ranks and training. Everything has a meaning. That way, if you just see lights, you'll know what it is. If maybe you can't see your chart or something. But you can see all the blue lights there. There's some green center line. The yellow center lines are lead-on lights. So either lead on from a runway or lead off. Call them lead-on lights. Ooh, that looked pretty good. This is calling for, look at that, 50 feet above the threshold. That's what we aim for. That's what we aim for. Let's back it up right about there. Let's do, it's kind of dark to see the flaps come up, or the spoilers, I should say. All right. You can see I had a little bit of a weird situation there on the rollout. That's what really increased our landing distance. All right, let's back it up a little bit more. Let's take a look outside. So when I went to go to reverse, the reversers weren't open, and I was actually increasing forward thrust, which is no good, obviously. Interesting light situation there. Ooh, I'll take that. That looked good to me. One more. Gonna be kind of hard to see here. Those are the wheel well lights in there, I guess, that are shining bright. Overall, pretty good. Nice flare attitude. I'll take it. I'll definitely take it. Guys, I appreciate y'all hanging out with me this afternoon. This was we got Monday morning, Monday afternoon, Monday evening. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this quick little stream over to Germany. Now the stage is set for some more Euro tour as we go explore some different countries now. Make sure if you have a flight request, put it in the Euro tour section in the Discord, and I'll definitely take a look at it, put your scenery that you may have a suggestion for as well. So all my mod sponsors, donors, thank you for hanging out with me this afternoon. Hope you enjoyed the stream over to Germany. I will get to see you guys here hopefully real soon. Maybe not tomorrow, but the day after that. So until next time, guys, hope you all stay safe, stay healthy. Don't get sad, fly X-Plane. And we're going to get past this coronavirus thing together as a society, a human race. All right, guys, I'll catch you next time. See ya!